And here is page 4 of the Chapter 8 practice test. We are on number 41. So the directions said to solve the triangle using law of sines. So when you're solving completely for a triangle, you want to make sure that you have all 3 angles and all 3 sides. So right now we have 2 of the angles. We can simply take 180 degrees and subtract the 2 angles that we know, which are 90 and 39. That should leave us with 51 degrees. I'm going to fill it in. So we've got all 3 angles. Now we just need to get all 3 sides. So I'm going to use the law of sines. So I'm going to use, well, let's call this side x and this side y. So let's get side x first. So we're going to say the sine of 90 over 51 is equal to the sine of 50. Sorry, that should be x. Is equal to the sine of 51 over 21. So we do the cross product. We're going to have x times the sine of 51 equals 21 times the sine of 90. And the inverse operation of multiplying is dividing, so we want to divide both sides by the sine of 51, and then just type that into the calculator. So we're going to do 21 times the sine of 90, divide that by the sine of 51. Right now we have 27, and there's a 0 after it, so it's just 27. So x is 27. So if we come over here, that's side AB is equal to 27 miles. Now let's solve for y. So y is opposite the 39. So we're going to say the sine of 39 over y equals, you can use either. So let's use sine of 51 over 21. We're going to do the cross product again. So we're going to have y times the sine of 51. Set that equal to 21 times the sine of 39. Inverse operation of multiplying is dividing, so we want to divide both sides by the sine of 51. Cancel over here, and we're going to just type this into our calculator. So we're going to have 21 times the sine of 39. Divide that by the sine of 51 with the equal sign. So y is 17. So we come over here to side y. We're going to say that side AC is equal to 17 miles. Number 43 through 48, through 46, use the law of cosines. These were optional problems to do. They are extra credit on the test. You do not have to do them. You can leave them blank. But if you'd like to do the extra credit on the test, I highly recommend doing them. There's the answers and you can check. Jumping down to number 47. A man's eyeballs are 6 feet off the ground, above the ground. He looks at the top of a tree and magically discovers that the angle of elevation to the top of the tree is 40 degrees. He then takes out the free tape measure he obtained from Harbor Freight and measures the distance from where he was standing to the base of the tree. It was 80 feet. How tall is the tree to the nearest foot? So here we've got a tree, and we've got a guy over here, but the guy's eyeballs are 6 feet above the ground. So we're going to use that in the end. It'll come into play in just a minute. But he's got an angle of elevation of 40 degrees, and from him to the tree, it's 80 feet. We want to see how tall that tree is. So I'm going to put my X over there. And from this angle right here, I'm realizing that the side labeled X is opposite. The side labeled 80 is adjacent. So I decide that I'm going to use tangent. Tangent of 40 degrees is equal to X over 80. And in order to solve for X, I need to do the inverse operation of dividing, which is multiplying. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 80. They cancel over here, so I have x equals 80 times the tangent of 40. I'm going to let the calculator do the work for me. So I'm going to multiply 80 times the tangent of 40. And I get 67.12, so it's going to stay 67 feet. But we also need to add back the height of the guy over here. His eyeballs were 6 feet off the ground, so we have to say 67 plus 6. So the tree is actually 73 feet tall. All right, finish copying that down, and then thanks for watching.